Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is regarding maths. Today I am teaching 10th NCERT syllabus. It's real numbers 1 point exercise 1.3. Okay, in exercise 1.3 it is very important because in board exams definitely they are going to ask 4-mark questions. So say question number 1 in exercise 1.3, prove that root 5 is irrational. We have to prove that root 5 is irrational. To prove root 5 is irrational, we have to assume that it is a rational, because we have to prove it is irrational. To prove that, first we have to let us see that. Let us assume. We have to assume to the contrary. That root 5 is rational. Here we have to prove it is rational. To prove that, someone they have to tell no it is rational. Okay. Now you have to assume that it is a contrary. Means sometimes if one animal you will see in night dark, I will say it is a dog, then you will say it is a cat. That is contrary is there. After that, if you confirm that, you can find out which animal like this. This we have to assume it is rational, but we have to prove it is a irrational. So what we can do? Let us see. We can find the integers here. We can find the integers a and b. Sometimes you may take p and q also, no problem, because irrational numbers are in the form of p by q. Already you know that. So root 5 we have to prove. Root 5 is equals to a by b. You can take here. It's in the form of p by q, but we have not taken here p by q. We have taken here a and b, that integers. So I have written here a by b, and always b is not equal to 0. This also I have to write, and where a and b are co-prime. A and b are co-prime. Yes, friends, already you know that meaning. I think I will explain here what is the co-prime. Co-prime means what? Okay, just in 1 second I will explain. Take some two numbers here, 25 and 4. Okay. In which number one number should be there? That common number. It should be divisible to both the numbers. You can see here from 1 it is divisible, and from 4 also 4 is, from 1 also we can divide 4, and for 25 also we can divide with 1. Means only one number is there that can be divided by both numbers. These numbers are called co-prime. Already you know that. In first exercise I have explained in detail. So a and b are co-prime. These are co-prime. Okay. Now what is the next step? What we can write here? We can write here we have to square on both sides. Why you have to square on both sides? Because one side square root is there, another side there is no square. To remove this one, we have to do squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. If you square on both sides, what you will get? Let us see. Here, for root 5 also we have to square, and for a by b also we have to square. We have to square on both sides. See here, why we are doing like this means because always root 5 into root 5, what you will get? You will get the 5 only. To remove that square, we did here root 5 into root 5. We will get here 5. A into a square. B into b square. See friends, 5 is equals to a square by b square. We got it. We have removed here square root sign. Okay, students. Now you can observe here this we can do cross multiplication. When you do cross multiplication, it becomes 5 into b square. 5b square is equals to a square. Because it is divisible here, if you will bring this to left hand side, it becomes multiplied. So 5 into b square. 5b square is 5b square means nothing is there, means we have to put the into sign there. So 5b square is equal to a square. This is the step. Now we have to find out the b square. A square as it is we have to write. This we have to take right side. Here it is multiplied, but if you take goes to right hand side, it becomes division. So b square is equal to a square by 5. We can take this as a first statement or first equation. Now a square is one more step we have to write. A square is divisible by 5. We have to write. Now it is divisible by 5. Now after this one, if you not written this one, you can pause video and you can take this one. Okay. Now let us see what we can do next. Here. Now by theorem 1.3 you can see that a square is divisible by 5. Okay, students. Now let a is equal to 5c. Okay. Now again you may think from where c is came. Here let's students. Now we have solved that. Means that a square is divisible by 5. Now to find is b square is also divisible by 5, we have to take one more integer. That integer you may take as a c. Okay. Now a by what you can write 5 is equals to c. Have you got this? Because this 5 will comes this side. Okay, students. Now root 5 is equals to a by b. Have you got this idea? Now root 5 is equal to, you can write 5c by b, because in the place of a, what we have taken here, a is equal to 5c we have taken. So for that reason root 5 is equals to 5c by b. Okay. Again square is there. So what we can do now? To remove the square, again we have to do the same step, means squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Here root 5 square, here 5c square by b square. Otherwise you can write like this. First step, 5c as it is and b as it is, whole square. Now root 5 into root 5, it becomes 5. Here 5 5s are 25 c square, b into b square. Now let us see. Now we got here root 5 is equal to 25 c square and b square. Now what step we can do here? 5b square is equal to, this you can bring here, 5b square is equals to 25 c square. So I will continue here next. Here we have written here, I will take this step upside. 5b square is equals to 25 c square. Now what is the next step? Let's think this statement. What we can do here? We can find the b square is equals to 25 c square as it is. So if you remove, send this 5 to the right hand side, it becomes divisible by 5. Now you can cancel your 5 ones are 5 5s are. So b square is equals to 5c square. So b square is equal to 5c square. Now b square by 5 is equals to c square, you can write, because we can bring this 5 to this side. If it will come this side, it becomes c square. So we can write this as a second statement. Now we can say that now we can write here b square is divisible by 5. Say from from theorem 1.3 again we can say that it is divisible by 5 from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 equations, what we can say? We conclude that 5 is the common factor. Five is a common factor. Here, from equation this we got here two statements. From the first and second statements, what we can say that from 1 and 2 we can conclude that 5 is a common factor. Here, it is a common factor of both A and B. A and B. Since from 5 we divisible, we can divide A also, and 5 it is divisible by B also. Means both it is divisible. But this contradicts facts A and B. So here you can say that A and B are co-prime. Here this contradicts. We can say that A and B they are co-prime. Are they co-prime? If they are not, here we have to write that this is a they are not a co-prime, because it is divisible by A square also and B square also, and A and B they are not a co-prime because it is divisible by both numbers. So this contradiction has that assumption. We have assumed that root 5 is rational, but root 5 is an irrational. At the end we have to write the statement. That statement is very important. What is that statement means? We have to tell that A and B are not a co-prime because 5 is divisible by both numbers, and this contradiction means what we have assumed before when we are going to start the question. What we have assumed that it is a root 5 is a rational, but here the assumption is not clear, means it is our assumption was wrong. Root 5 is irrational. That statement at the end you have to write. Okay students, if you like my video, please like and comment, and if you not subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you.